You don't have to agree with us to be friends with us. Anchor of the week.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Anchor of the Week, where you do not have to agree with us to be friends with us.
Come on.
Yep, classic. I feel like that's been, I don't know, I just love that phrase. And I think I've been experiencing it lately
Oh, yeah.
in my friendships, but in a good way. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Of being like, whoa, we do not agree, but I still love you, you know?
Literally, I actually had a conversation today, and both parties, me and the other person, are very much like resolution people, or like we want everyone to be happy.
Yeah.
And I literally had a moment. I was like, well, what if this whole thing is for us, like, what if God is just like, how will you handle disagreeing? Because what if we just don't say eye to eye and a decision has to be made and one of us will just naturally disagree with it?
Wow.
How are we going to move forward?
Yeah.
I know.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. Anyway, I cried hard during that conversation for many reasons, but
was that one of them? Yeah? Or no? That was just a note from the conversation.
that was just something from the conversation.
I was going to tell you, it's been dreary recently here. The weather has been like gloomy and gray and rainy and cold.
Lugubrious. I learned that word in my 8th grade English class. It means gloomy.
Okay.
I like read like a book, and it just stuck with me forever.
Wait, spell it out?
I think I could spell that.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Say it one more time.
L-U-G. Like, this could be so wrong. L-U-G. G. No. U. L-U-G-U. Lagu. B-R-I-O-U-S, I think.
Okay.
Lugubrious.
Lugubrious.
You're going to like spell it out, and it's just going to be wrong.
Yeah. Lugubrious. Lugubrious. That's so hard to say on it.
Lugubrious.
Lugubrious. I mean, yeah. Anyway, it's been very much that.
Very luguby.
Very luguby in London luguby London recently. But I was going to tell you earlier,
Okay.
like, I pretty much all of my pairs of shoes are not made for wet weather, which is hilarious given that we live in London. But I have realized that, so I have 2 pairs of shoes that are like this one, if you can see in the video. My New Balances. Honestly, girl's best friend. Love them.
Really?
They're so nice to walk in, right? They're great. They breathe, but that's the thing.
They breathe.
Because they breathe, the whole top is like mesh.
Oh, yeah.
So then when it's raining, obviously the top gets wet. But then all my other pairs of shoes have holes in the soles. Whoa.
A holy soul.
That's deep.
Come on.
Oh, not in a good way. I was thinking like there's a hole in your soul.
Oh, no, me too.
Okay,
But
yeah.
Yeah,
You said holy is.
I see that.
I see.
Yeah.
But like I just need to get new shoes because
do.
I can't wear my New Balances with the meshy tops all winter.
No.
And I can't wear all of my other shoes that have holes
Let's
in
get
the
you new
bottom.
shoes. Would you ever get docs?
You know, Courtney, I was literally looking at some docs the other day on Vinted. But to be very honest, I just don't think they're me. Like maybe I think I would need to find like the pair
Okay.
that would work for me. But
Okay.
like boots in general, like
Docs
I'm
are
so
Chelsea boots, I
uncomfortable.
think.
Really? I think
so.
I've seen them.
Anyway,
Yeah, maybe.
feet sweaty as.
Yeah.
Stuffy. However,
Uh-huh.
does rain get in these bad boys?
bet
Never.
not.
See that platform?
Yeah, crazy.
There's like a couple inches between me
Water
and the
ain't
ground.
touching that foot.
Mm-mm.
But this is my other thing, is how heavy the boots are.
So you get toned legs as well. It's perfect.
Girl, I already got toned legs. You see my calves are crazy. I don't need
Actually,
to tone them anymore.
Alyssa felt my calves the other. No, maybe it was Laura.
Okay.
I don't know. The fact that I don't even know.
Someone felt your calves the other day.
I think about it with Laura.
Uh-huh.
She's like, oh, it's actually great muscles. And I was like, that's not
It's
where I
the
want to
docs.
have muscles, though. Like,
True.
out of
As a woman,
everywhere,
you're like,
I don't really care about my calves.
But that's the thing is like because I wear my backpack every day, I'm already lugging around so much weight. I don't want to have to also like think about having to pick my feet up even more so because I got weight on my feet. You know what I mean?
Know. I mean, yeah, but then your feet are dry. So choose your poison.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. Tune in next time. Maybe I'll have docs.
Can you imagine?
Docs.
Oh, for some reason I said Toms. Remember when those were like the
Oh
biggest
my
thing ever?
gosh. I remember when I wanted those.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Did I?
I grew up
Probably.
in Kansas, Courtney.
That's true.
I wanted to be a North Face Tom's girly with my Sperry's for a minute.
I could
Aeropostale.
never. Oh, come on. We had to drive into the States to go there. And for the longest
you
time,
did.
I called it
Of course.
Aeropostale.
Aeropostale.
I just assumed it would be, I don't know.
Hi.
Italian?
I need to go shop at Aeropostale, please. little good Courtney
Sorry.
coming down to the States to get to Aeropostale.
We didn't have it. We didn't know. We never saw a commercial for it.
Fair. Yeah, I just, just my white girl phase, which I say phase, but it was my entire childhood.
I feel, can that just be its own podcast episode?
Hey, we might need to talk about it. I'm always willing. And I think I'm finally healed enough to actually talk about it
come
without being bitter or like frustrated. But yeah, it's also like, you know, we were saying as we were figuring out the camera, that was like my curls are popping today.
They are.
But yeah, throwback to when I used to straighten my hair all the time because I felt that was the standard I needed to live by.
Yeah. But honestly, same though. I just started wearing my hair natural, like
Fair.
literally this year.
Yeah. What is that? What is that?
What
Beauty
is that?
standards.
Remember? No?
Oh yeah. Oh,
No,
what is that? I was like, to anybody who
satisfied.
to anybody who doesn't know, they're just like, what the freak?
I
What is
know.
that, a Vine? I don't even.
I think it's Nicki Minaj or Cardi B or something.
Cardi B, you're right. Oh my gosh. LOL.
Anyway,
What are we chatting about?
I was like,
That is the question of the night, isn't
I think you're white girl era.
it? I mean, we can. If we want to go down that hole. It's so
Do
funny.
we, or do you want it to have its own moment?
I mean, maybe this is the moment. Maybe this is its moment. Because we were trying to figure out, like, things to talk about, but, like.
I had some ideas, but I don't know. Let's go with that and let's
Okay.
just see. Because it's something that we mention a lot, or you
Joke about it a lot.
joke about a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, take us on a journey of your white girl phase.
Well, it's interesting because, I mean, growing up, I grew up in a predominantly white school.
Yeah.
I'm going to preface this by saying, not that I think anybody from my high school is listening to this, to be very honest. Maybe they are. Shout out
Actually,
to
you
you.
have no idea.
Hashtag Free State Alum, am I right? We hail the Lord. Anyway, but to
First
sing
of all,
my
American schools blow my mind.
Free
yo-
State. I'm kidding. Just
What-
go crazy.
Whatever
Free State
your
Firebirds!
school experience was,
Yeah, was nothing
I
like
had
yours.
like 0.05%.
Yeah, that's a whole other. That's a whole other podcast conversation to like.
I think I would like to go to a school in America. Just, I don't know, do like a live reporting.
Interesting. Okay, I was like, I don't know if we want to go down that rabbit hole because I'm like, also media portrays high school in America very differently than it actually is. From my experience, I say that as I went to one high school. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, however, what I've heard of your high school experience sounds just like the media.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I don't
maybe
think you
maybe
understand. I went to school.
what you portray. That's true.
We didn't do anything. We just went to school. We hung out. There was
Okay, yeah, that is crazy.
like
Did you have any like extracurriculars? Is that a
like
thing?
you could have, but only a few people did them. There was like we had
Really?
a really good robotics program, like best in the country actually.
Wow.
And there was like band, and then I did drama class, like
Uh-huh.
extracurricular drama. It was just, but it like was
Yeah, no, there's
not
like a
like
million and one things you can do outside of school.
No.
But like that are a part of the school. You know what I mean?
like getting credits for your extracurricular is so foreign to me.
Interesting. Okay, so then, okay, maybe this is where we're going. But if you're thinking about in the States and the pursuit of higher education, they prepare you and they almost like groom you for that starting in middle school, if you will. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's like school here.
Yeah, it is. But it's like I
Sure.
feel like the teachers here don't care as much. There's a whole, I mean, honestly, that's a whole other thing. I would love to have Melody on the podcast maybe one day to chat about.
Melody, if you're listening to this, 50-50 chance you are, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
with you.
true. maybe not. Also, who knows if she would even want to be on the podcast.
I don't know.
Anyway, we're going in a bunch of different directions, but my personal experience, I would say, was good, but it's like in retrospect, looking back, I'm going, oh, I was not nearly exposed to as much as maybe I wanted to be exposed to in terms of like what was for me, as opposed to what I felt like I needed to
That's
fall
so
under.
interesting.
So yeah, I mean, I had a few like black friends growing up, but to be honest, once I got into high school, a majority of them were white. And a lot of people I went to school with were white. So I just fell into that florals, straight hair. I feel like my voice was pitched differently, not
Okay,
gonna
come
lie.
on, give us a little
But
bit.
at the same time, that is also just, I think,
But-
age. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've aged,
age.
and my voice has dropped, to be fair.
Can you like give me a little bit of what your voice sounded like? Can you do it again?
The thing is, it was always just up here. Like, I just talked up here all the time. Like, hey guys, it's Sadie. I love being here. It's so fun. Hanging out, drama class.
I wouldn't
I'm
have a
going to
podcast with
choir. No, definitely not. Definitely not. To be fair, because sometimes my customer service, it's borderline customer service voice at the same
Okay,
time.
fair. It's
But
like your
that's-
phone voice.
Yeah, well, it's like my performing voice because I feel like I freaking performed my entire high school career.
Ding, ding, ding. Title of the episode.
Ooh,
not performing your entire high school career, but
Sadie, colon, performing her entire high school career. And then it's actually just a one-woman show of me performing my entire...
clear the sofa. You do a little tap
Oh my
routines
gosh,
and explain
imagine.
freshman year.
Oh, wow. That's so funny.
Okay, but interesting though,
Yeah.
because would you say that then your white girl phase was just a performance phase?
Mm-hmm.
Or were you genuinely just trying to find yourself? Because how many times do we perform?
Yeah.
And we can say we're performing when looking back, but a lot of times when we are performing, sometimes we know we're performing and it's an act, it's a cover up.
Mm-hmm.
But we just don't know who we are, so we're just
Yeah.
kind of doing what we think is needed,
Yeah.
and then in retrospect is performing.
Yeah.
How would you say
1000%.
that,
I mean, I
Erin?
would say it's that for sure. But it's also like, especially at that age, you're just trying to fit in.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever I saw around me, I was like, okay, well, I have to
Yeah.
wear the Aeropostale. I have to...
Aeropostale.
Gosh. Okay.
Sorry.
That's the Canadian version. But yeah, it's like you have to wear that. You have to be the North Face girl. You have to, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like wear your hair a certain way or whatever. And then I think even for me, just because I was in, and not that this was a very like played a big part, but I think it did, of like being in choir and even like acting as well. Like there were things about how I looked that just didn't fit with the rest.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And it's like when we're all wearing our like black gowns and our pearls and all the girls have their hair perfectly curled, but I can't curl my hair like that because my hair doesn't curl that way. You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
it's the sense of like we're a choir, we're one voice, or like even in a musical, like we're all in the ensemble, like we all have to look the same or whatever. And to be like, oh God, like I need to fit in because like you're supposed to fit in. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so there was that, I think, level of pressure growing up just because I was also in those spheres.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's, I don't know, to be fair, like if I look back and were to ask myself in high school, like I don't think I would have even clocked that I wasn't being myself, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I mean-
I didn't know who I was.
Hindsight is 2020.
It
And
really
the
is.
thing, like, I don't know. Someone said this recently, and I've just been saying a lot too. Like, it's also your first time living. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Alyssa said that the other day, and it
I think
really
it
like,
must
got
have
me.
been a
Yeah,
lesson,
yeah.
Like when we're in high school or younger or trying to figure out who we are, it's not because we know and then like, what do you call it? What do you call it when you like, not backslide, not degenerate, starts with an R?
Regress?
Regress.
Okay.
Regress. I do know the word lugubrious though, so remember,
Don't
I'm
worry,
still smart.
I'll put a vocab list in the description so we can keep up.
I'm fine, yeah.
Lugubrious.
But
Regress.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like we've just like we start knowing who we are
Right.
and then we are regressing and have to try to pick up the pieces. But it's
Right.
like we're all just trying to figure it out.
Genuinely.
And I think having grace with yourself in that, but then grace with other people too.
Mm-hmm.
And also just one of those things where it's like you can't expect other people, you can't force someone to have a revelation that took you forever to get, you know?
Yeah.
So that's about yourself, your identity, if you're performing or not, if
Right.
you're being real. Like sometimes I'm like, well, I found this out, so then you must find
You
it out
need to
now too.
Right. Right.
Forgetting the fact that it took me 25 years or
Yeah.
however long, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just kind of one of those things that I think about sometimes of like, we're so quick to call people out for performing.
Mm.
Okay, side note, just,
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to go on a totally different tangent.
All right, go on.
Or do you have anything else to talk about your white girl era?
No, honestly, I mean, I cut my hair off after I graduated high school and started going natural, and then that was it.
Dude,
And here we are.
one of my favorite Sadie hair faces was
The buzz cut.
the buzzed and bleach blonde.
Dude, honestly, I think about that a lot. Like, I wish I could go back to that.
Honestly, it was great.
Maybe
But
one
you're
day.
also one of the few people that I'm like, you just pulled it off.
Yeah. It's because I'm black.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Frozen buffering.
But,
Dude,
like,
I mean, yeah,
low-key
yeah.
turned
I mean, yeah.
together.
I feel like a lot of black women can pull off
You know.
the buzz look. Yeah.
But you also like have your cool earrings. It was just a vibe all
Yeah.
the time. But what I was saying about like demanding people to have the same revelation that you do, something that's really been ticking me off, is Christians on the internet.
was like,
Coming from Christians on the
coming from
internet.
Christians who have a podcast on the internet.
But
No,
here's
yeah,
the
let's
thing.
talk about it.
Because I genuinely would like to believe that everyone's trying their best.
Yeah.
I might not agree with everyone, but maybe this is because our literal ethos, as we talked about at the beginning, is you don't have to agree with us to be friends with us. But every time I open up my Instagram, there's a picture of a Christian, a video Christian, watching another Christian in a video and then responding. I get both sides, every side. There's 12 sides to every story, apparently.
Yeah.
Calling people out all the time. And holding someone accountable is not the same as publicly calling them out.
Right.
And I do not understand why we don't think of that anymore. And that is just something, and every now and then I can get it, but it's become a trend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't know this. I don't know you, so why am I trusting you over him? Or vice versa. You know what I mean? And it's like we're being told what is right. You know what I mean? And it's like we're receiving information, and if someone says it confidently, I am the queen of saying things confidently that are incorrect. Hopefully not on the podcast. I don't,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm great at that.
Yeah.
But we're just watching people and just taking it as fact, and then I'll swipe and see someone saying the exact opposite thing, and it's like, who do I believe? It's all these different things,
Yeah.
and I just don't like what it's turned into, and I think certain aspects of it started out quite noble in the fact of like, okay, actually finding voice to call things out,
Yeah.
which wasn't really happening, but now at a friend, it was Carrie actually, big podcast fan, that was like sometimes like certain accounts now feel like witch hunts.
Wow.
Because
But,
every
within the
time
Christian
it's like,
community.
you need to look at this. This is bad. Do you like this worship song? Well, you're wrong, and that's false
Right.
doctrine.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it's, all this stuff, and it's like, sorry, this is my big
Yeah.
rant, but I'm like, you know what, Christians? Like, hold back a little bit. None of us have it 100% right.
Right. And for me, it feels like such a is this even a word? A pharisaical mindset
Yeah.
of being like, I know what's best, and I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you that you're wrong. And the sense of like calling out other Christians and being like, false doctrine, preaching false things. And it's like, maybe people are, but also maybe they're reaching a different crowd than you.
Yeah.
And it's so hard in the day and age that we live in because everything is so public.
Exactly.
Everything is so out there, and it's like, it's this like horrible, beautiful balance of the sense of we have the capability to reach so many people as Christians, as disciples, to preach the gospel, to spread the word. But at the same time, now we can like see so many other people,
Yeah.
other Christians who are trying to like preach and do their best.
Yeah.
And then we feel the need to call out each other. And I'm like, if anything, it's just creating so much division within the body of Christ.
100%.
And it's so funny because like we're talking about this, calling out other Christians who are calling out other Christians, but it's also from this point of like, okay, if we just zoom out,
Just zoom out.
maybe, I don't know, pray for them. Like maybe if you see something and you're like, whoa, I very much disagree with that. Pray for them. Pray for them if
Literally.
you disagree. Pray for yourself. Being like, God, humble me. Is there anything, search my heart. Is there anything from this that I need to take away? Am I coming at this from my own ego, from my own understanding? Like, give me your understanding about this.
Yeah.
And if it is false and if it's bad, then pray about it. If you know that person, reach out to that person and tell them.
And if you don't know the
back
person,
up. Literally. That's my biggest thing. And I feel like, I don't know, with all the different like Christian podcasts and follow like people that I follow and whatever, they talk about this all the time. Because obviously people like, I think Tim Ross, right? I think about Erwin McManus, we mentioned in last episode.
this is week 2.
Pastor of Mosaic. But like people who are very outspoken about their faith and their journey and what they believe, in terms of God and the Bible and all this kind of stuff and revelations they've gotten, and it's beautiful. But like they are also very much the type to get attacked by other Christians. And so listening to them, I'm like, do people not see how much they have spread the gospel and have brought people closer to Jesus?
Yeah.
That like,
But even
yeah, go ahead.
not just online, in person.
In person. Like you don't know them. I don't know them. So even this sense of me being like, oh, I love Erwin McManus. Like, I freaking love that dude. Like, he's amazing. Like, yeah, brother in Christ, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's a great a lot of what he says I agree with, but there's stuff that he says that I don't agree with.
Yeah.
But I'm not up there being like, so Erwin McManus is this great, whatever, and then like dogging on him, because that's not biblical. You know what I
No.
mean? And I'm like, I don't know the man.
Exactly.
Who am I? Who am I to, you know what I mean? Like, those who judge, what is that verse? I literally just read that this morning. Oh my gosh. Like, the amount that you judge is the same that you're going to get.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
The way you judge, you will be judged by.
exactly.
Like,
mercy
just-
triumphs over judgment. Like, it was that whole scripture,
so-
that whole
yeah,
passage.
It's so good.
But it's such a, yeah.
It's just
It
one of
also
those
makes me
things.
mad.
It makes so mad. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like the culture that it brings, but like there's ways I believe I mean, and again, now it sounds like we're sitting here on our high horse, but like
Right.
like I don't have a problem if you go online and you share your personal conviction.
Yeah.
Hey, like this is why I choose not to believe this is whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I get my whatever from.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, and I will say this, and I have said it, and I don't care if this is controversial as, I don't believe in denominations. I do not think that is from the Lord.
Mm.
Okay? Because I think we should be able to disagree with each other, but sit in the same pew with each other.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm.
Now, I'm talking about, yeah. No, I don't even want to get fully into it. If I'm going to be so honest, because we're all
Yeah.
going to heaven together. And if you do
Right.
not believe that, then I would venture to say, different gospel.
Yeah.
I just said that. Okay, that's fine.
Set it online. Light her up. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly, yeah, let's start. there.
Please, yeah.
Make me feel something. Come on. Anyway, I did not mean that. But you know, and it's
Yeah,
just kind
yeah.
of one of those things where it's like, are we allowed? It goes again back, so you don't have to agree with us. Could we sit beside each other in a church service knowing that we don't agree doctrinally on, for example, women preaching?
Mm-hmm.
I have never felt insecure about that until I saw things online, which is crazy.
Right?
Because if you guys remember, I don't know, a few months back, we had Lauren Windle on.
Yep.
And we were talking about faith and feminism, and she had a book, and part of it was talking about women preaching. And I remember in the podcast and reading her book being like, I don't struggle with this. I've never struggled with this. Like,
Yeah.
I come from a family that really champions me. Churches have always championed me. It never made me feel less than.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started to see people online
Yeah.
like arguing why women should not be preaching and teaching. And then I honestly felt horrible.
Wow.
And I had to
Wow.
keep on going back to God and being like, is this real? Is this true? Like,
Yeah.
I believe that you've called me, put me here, you know?
Yeah.
I preach. I peach.
I peach.
Add that to my vocab list. I preach. I'm a pastor, for those that don't know. Like,
yeah.
it's part of what I do, but it's also, yeah, like it was crazy. And I was like, I'm watching people that are supposed to be part of the body now making me feel super insecure.
About what you have heard God speak over your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so here's my thing. Could we sit in a church service together, me beside that person?
Yeah. Yeah.
Love each other and both worship God together?
Mm.
I hope yes.
Mm-hmm.
From me and from the other person.
Yeah.
And if the answer is no, like it's not a salvific issue? Like an issue of salvation?
But yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least I don't think it is.
Right.
You know, but if you don't want to receive my teaching, don't listen to it.
Exactly. It's interesting, like, so I feel like I mentioned this not too long ago on the podcast as well. I was fasting at that point from like Christian content.
Yes.
Right? And here I am again fasting from Christian content because
Wow.
I literally like, I've just realized that it's one of those things where I enjoy getting other people's revelations
Interesting.
and taking them on as my own instead of allowing myself to take what I hear, what I consume, what I'm, what is in front of me in my daily life and bringing it to God. And so it was like, I just recognized that in myself of like, God, I don't think I can hear your voice anymore because I'm constantly I'm purposely putting other people's voices in my head because it's easier.
Yeah.
And they've already figured it out. So I'm just going to take that as, take that as gospel instead of like taking what I've heard and then going, okay, Jesus, what do you have to say about this? Or taking what I'm going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think like,
Wow.
and it's been super interesting to me because it's like, so I'm going down this road of just internet and social media and like, how do you be a Christian healthily in this day and age?
Yeah.
When even beyond like quote unquote worldly secular content, but in Christian content as well. Because I feel like I've just heard so many different things along the lines of us living in other people's revelations, feeling like we need to like copy a move of the Spirit that's happening in a different part of the world, trying to manifest something that's not even, that God doesn't have for you or for your community or for your church. Now speaking from a place of like, as a worship leader as well, of being like, okay, I'm seeing these amazing things, I'm watching these amazing videos, these amazing moments from churches in Korea, churches in California, churches in, you know what I mean? Like in Argentina, and going, wow, we could have that kind of move. But I'm like, take all of that away and like, God, what do you want? What do you want for this?
It's a lot.
You know?
I was, in one of my preachings, which don't listen if you don't like that thing.
Yeah, it is literally, what you heard talked about.
And but that came from that preaching was from the conversation that you
That
and
we
I had.
Yeah, exactly.
Where I was like,
very much corrected me. Like a moment of disagreement, which was great. And then you like telling me something. Yeah, but sorry, continue.
No, it was essentially like, it's so easy for us, I think just as people, but we are Christians, we're going to talk as Christians, and especially because as Christians we make everything holy.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just our opinion holy, or a lot of times we see something we don't agree with, so we make our decisions based off that.
Right.
I don't think I like that. I don't think that doesn't feel right, so I'm going to do something different. And while that inherently might have some truth to it, some good things to it, that's not the pattern by which we should be making our decisions.
Exactly.
We make our decisions because we go to God.
And God said.
God says.
Yeah.
And so we do.
Yeah.
And as I said in that preaching, it was like, sometimes that'll like go against the grain, sometimes it'll go with the grain.
Right.
Like it might upset some people, might confirm things to other people.
Right.
Like,
But if you're right with God, that's it.
all that matters.
Yeah.
So it's going to God. What kind of move do you have for us here in
Right.
this country, in this church, in
Right.
this area with these people? God's not going to replicate something that he's doing in California.
Exactly.
In London, where there's different people, different spiritual climate,
Different strongholds. You know what I mean?
different
Like,
strongholds, different giftings.
Exactly.
Like, and
Exactly.
how he's doing something in our church is going to be different from the church down the road.
Yeah.
Not that there is a church down the road in this area. But
Yet,
it's okay.
in the name of Jesus.
Come on. But you know what I mean? Because it's just different.
Exactly.
And it's okay to be different. And I think if we want to take it all the way back to performance, we are not okay with being different, because going back to you in your little choir dress trying to curl your hair, we don't want to be different because we think that if this is how God is moving, this is how he should move. So then we start performing what we think obedience should look like.
Right. Which is also part of what Chris's preaching was.
Yeah, I'm going to get up and run a lap.
This praise feed across this empty cave. But like Chris mentioned that in the preaching last Sunday as well, of like this sense of like we get saved, and as Christians we start to perform in this like holy sense, like I'm a Christian, I'm perfect, everything's like holy is he, and like yes he is, but also like don't fake the fact that we're also human still.
You still need a savior.
You still need a savior every single day, and it's like that. The way he manifests himself in you, in your life, is going to look different than someone else's. And it's going to look different in this place and in that place. And that's the beauty of the body. Like,
100%.
if we all looked the same, I don't even know what would happen. I'm like thinking of like, if every single Christian community in the world was the same, who would we reach? You know what I mean? Like, what lost would come if we were all... Like, there's a sense of unity, but not, like,
because being
unified
with the same thing is not actual unity.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
because if we are the same, we don't need to actually, like, our unity means nothing because it is just...
It's uniformity.
Like, it's uniformity.
Right.
There's nothing for us to disagree on. Real unity comes when we disagree and we choose to move forward. Wow, I'm realizing how powerful my conversation I had earlier today was. You know who you are. I don't think you listen, but you know who you are.
Yeah.
Of like, that is what actually unity is. And that's what is a sucker punch to the devil's face.
Yeah.
It's not when it's just easy to agree, but when we don't agree, but we still choose to be close. We still choose to fight for the same things.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, I feel like it's like random, like, okay.
Also, like after you cry, the feeling you have after you cry.
Yeah.
Well, we both have cried today.
Yeah.
I still feel that. So that's what I feel
Oh,
like
no,
I'm
fair.
like riding in right now.
Yeah.
Just like the
Explain what your after cry feels like, because I feel like mine might be a little different.
I'm like a little bit lightheaded,
Yeah.
which I think makes me feel a bit. I would say high.
Yeah,
I've
like
never been high, mother.
but it's just like you're just like floating.
I'm floating.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of. Yeah.
See, it's for me, because this is not to get really real. I feel like I have like stints of crying a lot,
Okay.
right? Where it's not just like a one-off. I'm gonna sob my eyes out and then I'm good for like a few weeks. Usually, it's kind of like your period, where it comes for a few days and then it's gone, and then it comes and then you spot and then it, you know what I mean?
I'm just looking
That's the only analogy I can
wow.
think of. Hey,
This is what happens when
Jetson's not here. But like for me, that's what my crying feels like, right? So like
Yeah.
for me, it wasn't just like today I cried. It's been a few days of crying, and I feel like it's gonna continue. But it's like I feel, and this is a good thing. Like I just feel empty afterwards. But it's like empty in the sense of like, whew.
You're not holding anything.
I'm not holding anything back anymore. Exactly. I feel like I can like finally
Fair.
breathe. You know what I mean?
Very fair.
Because like when you're about to cry and it's just like there, it's
Oh,
just like
yeah.
in your throat and you're like holding it in. It just takes so much to hold it in.
Yeah.
And then you finally cry and then afterwards you're like, okay, great.
Yeah.
That's there. It's done. So I feel like for me it's like this constant like just riding of that for a few days. It's just like I'm gonna cry, but I'm gonna be empty and it's gonna feel nice. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's for me. Which I guess is a high in a sense.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You've.
Yep. That's my past. I'll talk about it, Mom, if you really want to know.
I was like, her mom watches this too, so I don't.
There's no hiding it.
No, that's fair.
White girl face. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's part of my white girl face.
I break it to you. I
Hate to
don't
break
think it
it.
was.
I don't think. I'll just blame it on the white girl face.
Slam it on the white girl face. I want you to know that as we're talking, I'm trying to think of like what are we gonna title this episode?
I
I really wanted to be like performing Christians online and white girl
white
eras.
girl eras.
And white girl faces or something like that.
Sadie's white girl era, performative Christians online. Like people be like, what?
Okay.
Oh, man.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You lost me off after the analogy. I think that was.
That's fair. I mean, we were just talking about crying,
We were.
which is good.
It is good. I'm back to doing it maybe like once every 6 months.
Okay. But that's like for you, that's a healthy, like,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, wow. All right, coming back to the whole white girl thing. For me, for so
It's
long,
the common theme.
I'm like, okay, me now, I'm not afraid to cry. I cry in front of people all the time.
Yeah.
I'm also like, I'm honest. Like, I try to be anyway. I really
Yeah.
try to push myself. Someone's like, hey, how you doing? And if it's someone I trust, then I'm like, yeah, not good. Catch me crying in like 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I'm at a point now where I'm okay with that.
Right.
And I'm okay with like, for me, there's a sense of strength in the fact that I let myself cry. Because it
Yeah.
takes a lot of courage, to be very honest with you.
100%.
And so,
And you're not just like out here crying all the day. Like,
no,
you know what I mean?
no, yeah.
At the littlest like inconvenience, you don't cry.
Right, exactly.
It's fine.
But it's so funny because it's like, if I think back to when I was in high school and when even a little after high school as well, but like this sense of feeling like I can't cry because that means I'm weak. And as a black woman, I can't be weak,
Wow.
And it was like, now swapping to like hyper the opposite of like trying to break this white girl phase of myself, of being like, okay, no, I'm a strong black woman. That means I can't cry,
Wow.
And for so long as well, I remember when I was like doing my discipleship school, it was like people would speak things over me. You know what I mean? Like people would pray for me and be like, God, you're so strong, Sadie. Like you're such a strong young woman. Like you're a strong daughter of God. And I just used to get so mad because I was like, but I'm not. Like that's such a fake.
Because you had the performance version of strong.
Exactly. So it's funny how it was like this sense of performing to be a white girl. And then even when I was like, I'm cutting my hair off, like I'm leaning into being like a strong black woman, even that was performance.
Wow.
That's
Crazy.
Of like being like, okay, well, I gotta hold myself a certain way. I gotta act a certain way. But like, girl, who are you? Like
Yeah.
that's what I had to ask myself in the sense of like, Sadie, God made me. me. Like, he didn't make just another black woman.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I mean? Like, and for me, that was like such a breakthrough I had, I think, a few years ago. But like, recognizing that the strength that I carry is a very specific strength that God gave me, and that looks very specific to me. And for me, that's crying, and like allowing myself to cry and be honest, and like that is like the sacrifice that I give.
Yeah,
is like my ego in trying to hold back the tears. Yeah. So yeah, it's just so funny. Full circle, coming back. I realized the struggle to perform in both eras, if you will.
The eras, yeah.
Eras tour.
Don't get me started. I was on the phone with my mom the other day, and she was like, "Oh, before you go, what do you think of Taylor Swift's new album?" And I went, "Mother."
You're like, we're just about to hang up. All right.
No, but aside from that, but going back to performing, because one would say you're going back to your, like, not your roots or like your true self, but it's as soon as we put, like, I believe that it's impossible to put a label of identity and not perform. Like, I believe that those are, like,
sorry, explain what you mean.
So, for example, okay, I'm a white girl, whatever. I say that. There's automatic things about that that are now a requirement.
Yeah.
So therefore, if I am not, there's no way I would just generally or naturally exemplify them all. Therefore, I'm performing. We see that in like racial, ethnic cultures, 100%, like you just said. Okay, I'm a black girl, then it means this, right? We see it in Christian cultures. I'm a Christian single girl. That means I need to act like this. Yeah. I'm a Christian single in London. That means I act like this. I'm a Christian single in, I don't know why I keep on saying single. Maybe it's not. I'm speaking from my lived experience. Like, thank you. But like, I'm a Christian, like in America. I'll never understand why
I'm
American
a Democratic
Christian,
I'm a Republican Christian. Yeah.
But why do they all dress the same?
Okay, well now you're stereotyping.
I am. But like
like Christian women as a whole?
Specifically in America.
Okay, I was like, American Christian women. You know how big America is?
But you know what I mean? Like, for the most part, or like from what you see, I'm like, I just can't wear like flannels like that.
Oh,
it's just, like, not my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, but there's even like all these subcultures, and so I think once you identify with one, yeah, and I think maybe that's also some of the thing too. It's like you find your niche, you find your thing where you think you belong. Maybe it is partly true, but then as soon as you put a label on it, there is naturally a gap. So performance always seeps in, if that makes sense. Yeah, that was my long tangent and a little bit of my shade towards
American Christian women, I guess. Flannels specifically, like
that's my beef with flannels. So,
but it's interesting because I feel like, I mean, this comes back to denominations, of like, there's like maybe certain denominations that I say that denominations are a thing. There's no quote about it, but like they are a thing. So I feel like there's certain denominations that people feel comfortable in and like labeling themselves with. So it's like, and it comes back to belonging, right? Of like, I, to a degree, fit closer with this type of Christian. So I think like, I guess like this is my denomination now, and like, instead of, I mean, even being a non-denominational church is a label. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like people, you already also have an expectation. Yeah, exactly. And so it's, I don't know where I was going with that, but like, it's just an interesting thought of like, just comes back to belonging, doesn't it? Yeah. I think to a degree, and feeling accepted and feeling seen. But then, I don't know, but then you can't. Okay, no. I was like, I don't even know where my brain is going. I feel like it's going in 1,000,001 directions. I've got a bunch of like, what are those called? Mercenaries? No.
A mercenary? Isn't that like a person in prison or something?
Wait, maybe missionaries? What is like when you have a big river and you have a bunch of little rivers that go off of it?
I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a word. I think it's missionary. No,
we're missionaries.
I know we're missionaries. I can have multiple meanings, Courtney. It's not mercenary. It's not missionary. All right, I'm going to look it up. But yeah.
Okay, I'll entertain them.
Yeah, there we go. Go back to the whole Taylor Swift album if you want to.
Okay, you know what? I have my thoughts and my opinions, but also like, I just let people live. But I do think she has overstayed her welcome, and I think she has some labels that she tries to live up to,
Mm.
and then performs her way there, and people get a little bit fed up with it.
That's actually fair.
Thank you. I tried to say that the most emotionless,
Yeah.
emotionless, polite, not, yeah. I feel like I did a really good job of describing
Yeah,
that.
you did.
You're still typing. What are you asking?
It's really hard for me to figure out how to type this in. Okay, a river or stream that branches off and flows away from the main river is called a distributary. Okay, I was close. Distributary, mercenary.
Okay, but look up the definition of mercenary.
Okay. Just
Because, like,
so you all
I
know.
don't have it fully right, but I have the realm
Merc.
right, and I think that's very funny.
Primarily concerned with making money at the expense of ethics. Dang. A professional soldier hired to serve in a foreign army. All right, well, not that.
Yeah, that sounds like I really don't think.
Primarily concerned with making money at the expense of... That's hilarious. A person who fights for money in an armed conflict rather than for political or national interests. Huh?
Like, they're not good people.
Really? Why does it sound so nice, though? It's because mercenary and missionary are too close. Too close of words.
You mean, like, why does the word mercenary in of itself sound
Yeah,
nice?
mercenary just sounds like...
Oh, cute.
She died a mercenary. She was... You know what I mean? Like, doesn't it sound good, but it's not?
No. Sure. No, you know what? Sure.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with me to be friends. Mercenary sounds like it should be a nice word, but it's not. Mercenary, missionary. They're similar. Martyr. Martyr's not the same.
No.
Hey, I will have a vocab list at this point in the description because I think I need it.
Actually, that should be the title of this episode. Learn words.
Learn words.
Learn words.
Also, white girls. Just kidding.
Also, white girls and mean Christians. It's for the whole
Nominations.
family, really.
White girls, mercenaries,
Strong black women,
flannels. Like, it'll just be a bunch of words in the title. Like, you decipher what this episode is about. Actually, how about you give us titles for this episode, and then we'll put the best one in.
It.
Lol.
It's so good.
Yeah, I don't know. That's good. It's a good conversation.
Every time, we just don't really know.
You know, to
We're
be fair,
down to-
it's funny. It's like, I feel like we usually film these in the morning, and we happen to be filming this one a little later in the day.
Yeah.
So we've yapped a lot today
We've
already.
yapped a
This
lot
isn't
today.
like the start of the yap. It's the
No,
end.
it's the end of the yap. Also, we've just lived a lot already today.
We have, yeah.
So, that's part of it. But that's real.
It is real. Oh, remnants of Jetson.
It's not actually.
hair in the
Oh my
mic.
gosh, it totally
I
is.
don't know.
It's not my hair.
Yeah. We'll zoom in on it. We'll do it with diagnostics. I need to stop saying words that I don't know. That's what I'm getting at. That is a word, though.
Yes,
I don't know
it
if that's
is.
what that is. Oh my gosh, what is today?
Anyway, guys, don't perform.
And don't
So
perform.
let's. Okay, no. Before we end.
Yeah,
'cause
let's anchor it in.
let's anchor this conversation because so cute of us to say. If you put a label, you'll start performing.
Uh-huh.
Well, then what are we supposed to do?
I don't want to do a little Christian platitude, but like, go to God.
It just makes me laugh the way you say it because I think you're funny.
But you know what I mean? Like,
100%. But here's the thing, though.
yeah.
We also talked about not looking around to decide whether you want to join or reject,
Right.
and about going to God.
Right.
So I don't feel like that's a full Christian platitude
Right.
because I think to
On a very
actually
real
do
note,
it
exactly.
like requires just a lot of work. To be fair, willingness to be uncomfortable, willingness to ask and not hear anything for a bit, maybe.
Mhm. Takes a lot of humility.
A lot of humility, or to stop doing things that you don't want to stop doing, or to start doing things you don't want to start doing.
Yep. Honestly, all of the fruits of the spirit. It takes every bit of that.
100%. Gosh.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think as well, like when, like there's certain labels of identity that God puts on us, but if you actually think about it, none of them have like they all kind of squash performance,
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
right? So I'm
Yeah.
thinking of like the most obvious, I'm a child of God.
Mhm.
Okay, well a child just exists and is taken care of,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, when you go back to those things, I'm like,
Mhm.
wow, God's actually sick.
Yeah.
Like,
Genuinely.
genuinely. I know it's not always cool to be a Christian, but I'm really thankful, to be fair.
Like, when you really look at it, it takes off
So much
so
pressure.
much pressure.
Yeah.
If you properly, like, submit,
Yeah.
you'll lose every need to fit into any label ever. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
And that's the thing.
yeah.
What, okay, we don't want to submit, but it's actually beautiful. But like, it's like being told who you are, but not by an outside source that says if you want to be with us, you have to be like this. It's being told who you are, but like genuinely who you are.
By the one who literally created
You. So it's not like there will never be that performance aspect that you have to live up to.
Yeah.
Because it is literally in your DNA.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. And it's someone that you can trust in the sense of
Yeah.
not only does he make you, it's like he makes you and knows you.
Yeah.
Like, he knows you better than you know you.
Literally.
And so when we don't need to go into that. But like, he knows what I'm going to do, he knows what I'm not going to do. He knows bits about me that I don't know yet,
Which is crazy.
that he's going to expose at some point and highlight at some point. You know what
Or
I mean?
like even the fact that like I have a bad memory. We all know this.
Mm-hmm.
God has not forgotten one moment of my life.
No.
I might never think about this thing ever again.
Mm-hmm.
It might be totally inconsequential. A memory that I have forgotten, I will not remember.
Mm-hmm.
I do not remember a ton from my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
He remembers every single minute of every single day.
Yeah.
That is wild to me. Why? Because he cares.
Yeah.
I'm about to run another lap, I think.
I know. I'm like, I feel like we're revving up again. I'm like,
Oh, no, come on. Oh, I was going to do a rev, and then I gave myself the ick.
okay, I'm so glad. I heard the very beginning of that. It was like, oh, yeah, here you go.
I stopped myself because that's the fruit of the spirit.
That
That's
is
self-control.
self-control.
So I'm exemplifying that one. Thank you.
Oh,
But yeah,
but yeah, go to God.
go to
man.
God.
He will tell you all you need to know.
Literally.
Ugh.
And like,
Ah,
and not
Jesus.
make you live up to another standard. Like, you're not going to
No.
God to get a new standard to perform to.
No, yeah.
It's, yeah.
Just be a sheep, man.
Would you like to
Let the
elaborate?
good shepherd
Okay.
guide you.
I was like, you might need to give some more.
Yeah,
to
I
that.
know. I was like, people who are like, a sheep, huh? You're in
I
the
almost
field.
bought again, but not again, but
Ah,
like,
don't
yeah.
worry, I'll do it.
See, that was kind of cute. But if I did it, it would have been ick for all of us. We know
Really?
that. I think we know that.
Is that just a standard that you're trying to live by in your own?
No, I think I just need to know my lane.
Know the boundaries.
No boundaries. I said let me cook earlier today.
Yeah, you
and
did.
I looked around and I said no before that.
Oh,
even.
before you said it twice
Like,
today.
That one was a bit more ironic.
Okay.
Someone I don't know. I was like, let me explain something. I was like, no, like I'm onto something. Let me cook. And I just like stopped, looked around at the people around me.
You're like,
And
wait,
we were all like, no.
that's not
I
for
think
you.
Jetson was there, and he's like, well, at least you tried, but now we know it's no. That's okay.
It's not for you. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not for me. I don't talk like that.
That's true.
So I also don't baw. It's weird if I do. I think I give mom energy sometimes. I think that's why.
Interesting.
Do you think that?
No,
Oh,
mom energy.
yeah.
Like,
No.
is it because you feel like you're too old to like say slang, or like you're out of touch with the youth, or? I'm not speaking this over you. I'm just trying to figure out if this is what you're. She just goes, okay, and we're done. Thank you so much. I mean, we don't have to go into it. I was just
No,
like,
I actually don't.
I don't
know.
think you give mom energy.
But sometimes I think I try to do something like that, and it just feels like, oh, she's just trying.
I think it's because in my brain, you're like above any trend that there could be. So like, you wouldn't try and like grab onto the trend.
That's actually so true.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why I can't do the flannels.
Fair. She's a Doc's girl through and through.
Come on.
You can't put a flannel with a. Actually,
You
probably
actually
could.
can. There's a whole
yeah, there's a lot
subculture
of
that
people
does
that do
that,
that.
yeah.
Never mind.
But I don't belong to a subculture. I belong to the kingdom of God.
Amen.
And I'm letting him tell me who I am. And that's even in my style. But like genuinely.
Yeah.
Okay, the other day, other side note, guys, you're just getting the yap
Yeah,
fest now.
it's just yapping.
It's yapping, but it's all connected. It's all
Yeah, it is.
connected.
It is.
I think you were there the other day. I was
Uh-huh.
wearing an outfit that I literally wear, or similar versions of it.
Uh-huh.
It was before church. You were there? Joey came up to me
Yeah.
and was like,
What were you wearing? I don't remember what you were wearing.
these trousers.
Oh,
was-
and the mesh. Yeah.
Instead of
the
mesh,
lace.
it was lace.
Yeah, yeah.
And like a t-shirt over top of it.
Uh-huh.
So it's very similar to
Very
this.
similar to this outfit.
Very
yeah.
similar to this outfit, right? And she's like, what are you wearing? Like, you've just been like like, wow, like you've
Fancy.
been so
Like,
fancy lately. Like you're always dressing up, looking whatever. And I was like, I wear this all the time, like slightly different, but I like
Yeah.
in my head I got dressed the lazy way because I was like, oh, it's whatever.
Right.
But then I realized I'm like low key. I think it's just because I'm actually like finally the most secure I've ever been in myself, and I think that's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm performing. I don't feel like. I mean, okay, I'm gonna say this and then probably
Right.
find 20 things in the next 10 years. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully, I just get more secure as life goes on.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where I was like thinking about it. I'm like, is there anything different? Like genuinely.
Yeah.
That someone who knows me perceives me.
Would see you and go, wow, you just, yeah.
There's something about you that's like glowing. I'm not pregnant.
Let's just pop that
balloon.
Yeah.
Just for everyone right now. Not like anyone cares.
Hey guys,
I
we
guarantee
know
you,
we
no
know
one
you
listening to this podcast.
we know you were curious. Let's just cut all rumors right now. Courtney is not pregnant.
We know there's been a lot of talk online.
Yeah. We just want to all the rumors, all the gossip. We just are like 9 monthly listeners. There's more than that.
There's more than that. There's
a lot.
definitely more than that, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Anywho, it
Well,
is.
being
It's that
secure.
self-confidence. Yeah.
Self-confidence or just knowing what I like.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very distinct sense of style.
Yeah.
And I'm so okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I just know what I like.
Mhm.
And if it changes, amazing. That's so great. But
Right.
there's like I just don't feel like I'm proving things anymore.
Because there's no need to.
There's no need to.
Because you know there's freedom in Christ.
100%. Or
He
like,
knows you. That's
okay.
it.
Also, can we just go here for a little bit? I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
please.
We're just, you tried to put your white girl era.
Yeah, please.
We're going to talk about my goth.
Yeah.
Okay?
Go on.
Because
And your bohemian era or no?
my bohemian era is my version of your white girl era.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That just, it was its thing.
Yeah.
But you know, it was also like kind of the trend. So like,
It was.
sue me. I was finding myself, okay? But I've always been a little goth girly on the inside,
Mhm.
okay? But as a Christian, that's so no bueno.
Right.
Now, when I say that, I believe there's so many people that would argue about that label and what that subculture is and who's allowed to use it and who's allowed to whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, but again, at that, I can say that, but not feel the need to alter my personality.
Right.
I'm just drawn aesthetically to those things. And I believe that's low-key also kind of from God because I don't have that necessarily personality from that. But I could, quote-unquote, sounds so whatever, but like reach people or relate to people.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember once we were filming a podcast, don't know if you guys remember, way back when, with Letitia, okay? I don't remember what that episode was about. But I had these like long acrylic black nails with like these lime green flames.
Yeah.
She was like, I never thought a Christian
Would have.
would
Yeah.
have that. Like, that is so cool. Like, I was breaking her mental boxes of what a
Yeah,
Christian
yeah.
is. And I was like, literally just from my prints
My
on
nails.
nails. But realizing that. And it just took me being okay to being maybe a little bit like, oh, to some Christians, you know what I mean? Or even people in certain subcultures would be like, but you can't be here if you are a Christian.
Right. Right.
It's like living in that kind of, it doesn't matter because I just like what I like because God created me to like them.
Yeah.
And if I believe that I'm following him, like, and walking in, like, in the light with him,
Yeah. Yeah.
there might be things that I'll discern that maybe, okay, maybe that's actually not super cool. Or, like, you know, when you feel stuff, like, oh, that wasn't me, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's no shame in that.
Right.
You just move on.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
That's really good stuff. Are we going to try to end it again and see if it actually...
Yeah, I was like, is this us now, like, we're letting it
I'm going to let
settle?
it settle.
Well, it's like I knew you were going to
Say that.
Whoa. So now we're cringe. Okay. Anyway,
Welcome.
love our conversations.
I do.
Never gets old. Maybe next time we'll have Jetson back. I say maybe. He'll be back.
Maybe we'll invite him back eventually. I don't
Maybe
know.
he'll get here again.
I like the girl talk.
or someone else.
Or
We'll be here.
someone
We don't know.
else. We don't know.
We're working on some things.
We are. They're brewing.
Mm-hmm. Ideas, people, conversations.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I'm really excited about it.
I am
To be
too.
fair.
Just some of the ideas that we've had and
Yeah.
people we've reached out to. So
Yeah.
anyway, as you guys know, you can always keep up with us on our socials.
Always.
Instagram, TikTok.
And that's it.
That's it. And YouTube, of course. If you're watching this, you're probably watching it on YouTube or Spotify. But either or, give us that like. Give us that subscribe
Follow,
if you want
subscribe.
to.
Leave us a comment, only if it's nice. If it's not nice, just don't listen to our podcast.
Honestly, leave a comment. Whatever it is.
Because you don't have to agree with us.
Because you don't
to
have
be
to
friends
agree with us to be friends with us. But also, that's your choice. Anyway.
Anyway,
I don't know what this energy is right
it's
now.
okay.
but-
I've just been fired from this podcast. that's just what yeah, it's okay. So it will be me that's not here next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Justin
We'll be like,
instead of me.
unfortunately, Courtney has been kicked off the podcast.
She no longer aligns with our ethos. So. No, just kidding.
No, I'm joking.
Say it all. We'll be here for
Yeah.
it. And we'll be with you the next episode.
See ya.
You don't have to agree with us to be friends with us. Anchor of the week.